Dude, I want to go. I want to go fishing so bad after seeing that. It's been such a long time.
Yeah, I'd be in.
Dude,
sorry, I just wanted to be like Logan. I was going to cut it all off.
Yeah.
No. That's a lie.
No, my parents are actually they're in Alaska right now. My mom and dad, and I'm just like, oh, how would that be? So,
probably cold.
Yeah, they're like, hey, my sister right here. Speaking of, that's my little sister.
Hi, little sister.
Nice. Yeah, she and her husband are. She and her husband, or her and her husband? They're in Florida right now.
Florida.
You just got family all over this.
I really do.
Now you just need a Maine and Cali to cover all four corners.
Yeah.
I mean, I got family.
I love Maine. Speaking of Maine, just random thought. I had lobster the first time, like a real live, not imitation or anything, like a real live lobster in Maine. Thinking, okay, everyone you have to have lobster in Maine. I was so grossed out. I didn't know how they cooked it. And you had to crack it and all the guts are still in, all that. I'm like, no, not for me.
Did you see any whales while you were up there? Like whale watching is really, really cool. I've heard in Maine. I mean, I've never been to Maine. I need to. I'm close. But I heard
Inside joke, guys. Inside joke.
The amount of whale discussion that happened pre-live. Right?
But no, okay, everyone, have you guys seen the TikTok or the reel of the blue, not great white, what are they called? Blue whale. And it came like a foot from knocking that boat completely over, the fishing boat. That was amazing.
I feel like I need to go look it up or like I need to like talk into my phone so the algorithm will pull it up because I haven't seen it.
Right?
No, it hears you. Next time you open TikTok, it'll be the first video.
And chickens and turkeys.
Yep.
Anyway, what's up, Josh? How you doing, buddy? And Russ, one of the nicest guys you'll ever talk to. Like, the guy is just so supportive for everyone.
Heck yeah.
He's in every live. I see him in there.
Oh, yeah, everyone. And then we got Travis. How you doing, buddy? Appreciate you coming. Then we got Mr. Brian B. Yeah, he's going to be at the next Copper John's retreat for sure. And he's been already talking how excited he is to meet you, Logan.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I will be at this one. I missed the last one, but
yeah. What's up, David? Appreciate you joining us today. That's really cool. Is this the first time you're in this live, right? I don't think I've ever seen you in this. So, and then we got Mr. Freaking Stud himself, Jason Klein. How you doing, buddy? And yeah, really cool. Dan, Mr. Bearded of the North, one of my favorites. Like, I don't know, I just like that guy a lot. He's just a good person. Then we got Mr. Dan B. Love that guy too.
Good crew. Good.
Yeah,
good.
No, really. And Ellie. Love Ellie. She's always supportive and always been around.
Bearded Vato, he's in there.
He is. Mr. Vato himself. How you doing, man? Appreciate you joining us.
Wait, who's the ladies?
Ellie, I believe, is the only
one.
Oh,
I thought he was talking just to us. I'm like...
Logan's beard looks like 2 months of growth.
It's not even 4 weeks. So...
Yeah. Matt's is only 4 weeks, so
my beard's almost as thick as I am.
I mean, the girth of that beard.
I know.
No comments.
Like the mustache alone is just massive,
dude. Your mustache though, when Amanda cut your beard off and she left her mustache, holy crap!
It was like my prospector mustache I had for like 37 seconds,
dude.
What was it? What was it? I said like. Oh, Sheriff, there's kids in the mine.
I actually think I'm going to go through. I'm trying to debate if I go through an Instagram or TikTok or YouTube Live while the grand opening is going and just have it play, so everyone can see what's going on at the same time. So I'm debating on which social media I should go through. Just so that they can see, 1280 is going to be there. They're going to see Salt City. They're going to see the barbers.
Why not use multiple devices and just be everywhere?
Well, I could do that, I guess.
We could take my phone, sign into the TikTok. You can do one for,
Oh, that's true. We could do all that.
And then we'll just like slide, like come into the camera.
Definitely bring the laptop or you know what I mean? If you have a laptop, put a camera on there. Maybe even have, YouTube bring up this, have it everywhere too.
So we're actually, because 1280 the zone's going to be there, 97.5. What we're going to be doing is so that there's not a lot of sound, because even though their microphone is like crazy expensive and whatever they say they're close and that's all that you can hear, then they have their microphones that are soundproof, so they're not hearing what's going on, so they can have their conversations and stuff.
Yep.
And I'm still just going to have all the TVs just be playing a bunch. If you go to Instagram, you'll see all the reels and stuff like that.
Oh, it's going to be on loop.
Yeah, it's just going to be on loop, just having everyone just see customers and friends and stuff like that have used Copper Johns. So it's going to be fun. I like it. Awesome. Hey, what's up, Chris?
Hey.
Chris has been there from the get-go, too. He's a good dude. I want to go duck hunting with him. I've never been. I'll cry afterwards.
Didn't we already talk about the fact that you can't hunt?
But
you're the guy that the Sarah McLachlan like SPCA commercials just get there. You just start donating.
What's funny is my son, so he's in Paraguay, we were talking about, and he got bit by a stray dog. And I'm like, so do you ever just see Sarah McLachlan helping the puppies and stuff like that? Because we all pay 10 cents a day.
Funny story. So I was in Canada. I was in Canada for a couple years, right?
Yeah.
And we were working in this area. It was like an Indian reservation or First Nations reservation. And the reservation dogs are like all rabid. They run in literal packs. And we had to start carrying bear mace and pocket knives. And I fought a couple dogs.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Because you get bit. I mean, who knows what they got? And I may have unalived a dog on accident. It was either me or the dog, and it was kind of gnarly.
Yeah, no, but yeah, so he had to go get 4 rabies shots, in a few days at the hospital there. And I'm like, so what do you miss about being in America? And he's like, the hospitals.
Yeah.
He's like, the hospitals are so gross there.
That's tough.
Yeah. But anyway, why don't we get started? Why don't we start with you, Logan, and then Matt? Just kind of introduce yourselves, tell us your channels, where people can find you, if they really like you, all that kind of stuff.
So I am Logan. We go by Logan Pete on TikTok. That's my main platform, which kind of started as a joke in January. Just kind of a bet with my little sister that I took way more serious than she did. That I could make a TikTok that would go to 50,000 views before her. And I got, caught the TikTok bug. And at the time, I had a bigger beard and then got in, connected with Tyson through Copper Johns, got affiliated with them, found out that Tyson and I both live in Utah. So we met up a couple times for lunch, and now here we are. I literally the only beard company I use, and I just help create a lot of TikToks and YouTube content. And now I'm kind of beardless, which a lot of people in the comments have probably seen, just because we're going to Disneyland next month. We want to take some family pictures. We were like, oh, let's trim it up a little bit. And then I'm like, wait. I always cut under my neck way too much. And so I felt like I was missing some thickness that I could have. So I was like, I'm going to cut it all the way off. We're going to try to make some viral stuff for Copper Johns and myself, which
has happened.
It worked. I mean,
aren't you like on TikTok over 30 million views on that one now?
We're getting close. It's like 25, 26 million on
Sheesh.
Just the one where it's like, why are you going so fast? It's like the dumbest one too.
That's how it works.
So, but yeah. And then now we're just doing regrow journey. We got every Saturday morning. We're posting my weekly updates on the Copper Johns YouTube page and just talking about how that week went. And so far we're almost at 4 weeks. And as you can see, it grows pretty thick, pretty quick.
All right, Matt.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, I'm Matt. I go by Beardlaws as well. And I'm just kind of Beardlaws everywhere. YouTube. Apparently, there's Twitch. I even go live on LinkedIn because I'm a business guy. And apparently, that's what you do when you're a business guy. Instagram, all that good stuff. And I just react to people that shave their beards, kind of like Logan. And I get a little upset about it, but we're not going to talk about it. And obviously, I use Copper Johns as well. It's the only products that ever touch my beard and will only touch my beard. I mean, let's be honest, there's been a lot of stuff in there before, but that's in the past. We don't talk about the past.
Well, all of us have tried other things.
It's like ex-girlfriends, right? Like,
yeah, you learn from it. You realize they're not the one, but you just move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, Logan, let's talk about you. And Matt and I will ask you questions or whatnot. you just shaved your beard.
I did. Well, 3.5 weeks ago. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to just talk briefly because the grand opening is in 2 days. What'd you think of the shop? Dead serious.
Okay. So I am a guy that has gone to a lot of barbershops because before this, I've always been really crisp on haircuts. Like I love my haircuts. I've always gone to barbers, not just like Great Clips or whatever. So I've been in a lot of barbershops.
Yeah.
Like it's such a classic, super clean feel inside the Copper John's barbershop. Like like you didn't skimp on a single thing. It's super well done. And like I got kind of a construction background a little bit too. So it's like everything was super high quality. So I was super impressed. I love it. I mean, just from the chairs, like the chairs alone, just like the red leather, everything. I love it. I think it's amazing.
And the signs are going to be there tomorrow. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Sorry, I had a question. What was that? You finish.
Oh no, just the signs will be up tomorrow, finally, and then we're done. Right before the grand opening. That's why we did all the soft openings to make sure we knew what we were doing. So come Friday, we're like, let's go.
Hell yeah. So when you walked into the barbershop for the very first time, for me, first times, whether it's trying a beard oil for the first time, walking into a place for the first time, the smell, the presentation, obviously you described what it looked like. Describe what the smell was like, because to me, a barbershop, there's a lot of them have distinguished smells and all of them are a little bit different. Do you remember kind of
so it has that classic barber shop where you walk in, you can smell the barber saw, but then you can smell like the mixture of all the different like scent profiles, because they've got this little cart right in the middle that Amanda and the other barbers are using. They're using Copper John's products after you're finishing up your beard trim or even just getting a haircut. And so just you walk in and it's just this, like I said, it's the classic barber shop, but you got the barber saw smell and it's just really clean and crisp and just, it's super bright and open. Like
That's awesome.
And you got the TVs playing everything from sports to all kinds of, so it's definitely like, it's almost like a man cave, but like brandy and a cigar type.
Well, I wanted it bright just because you go to these barbershops and they'll have the ring lights and all that kind of stuff so they can see and make sure they have a clean fade and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, I don't want my barbers have to have that. And so we have like 80 can liners in there.
Yeah, almost got like a hunting lodge feel to it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you, Tyson. So beard oils, can you put them in things like diffusers and like have the aroma? Because like, wouldn't it be cool like to have like the scent of the month from Copper John's be the scent of the month in the barbershop? So they walk in and they hit
you. It's already happening.
Oh, so
man. So you're so far ahead.
I didn't know. What we're also doing is like, so everyone a haircut down to a trim to whatever they want. It comes with a wash and a conditioner and a 15-minute scalp massage, because I want what I want, and I wanted everyone else to have that without even a question. Like, no, it's not extra. It's not more money or anything like that. It's just part of the service where you have a 15-minute scalp massage and you're going to fall asleep. We've had a couple of people already fall asleep. It's pretty cool. But what they got to do is
those chairs.
What?
The chairs are amazing. I'm not kidding.
The chairs are comfy. We made it so that they're very, very.
They fit a big man. Let's just say.
But anyway, they with the rags though, they get to choose with the wet rag, the steam towel. They get to choose which oil they want, and instead of using any type of lavender mint, which they can use, like the standard stuff, the tea tree, we can put an oil in there and let them smell that while they're relaxing too. So they get to choose what scent they want.
I like it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking out loud, and yeah.
No, I think that's a great idea. That's why we're doing it.
There we go.
So far behind you think you're ahead.
No, I started to think like hanging out with Matt so much. I'm always thinking now.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and my hands.
Yeah, just a scalp massage.
I just palm their head.
See, Brian just said Sundance definitely, and like literally, that's what I found in my pocket today was the Sundance oil. I was carrying it around all day.
Dude, Sundance is good.
It's my go-to right now.
See, right now I've been wearing Ghost.
Me
Falls.
too. Big time.
See, I'm weird about the release sense. It's like I want to like hang on to them because it's like
makes sense.
I don't want to overuse them because then it's like, well, when it's gone, it's gone. Like,
yeah.
Banana hands.
They're not that big.
Awesome.
I mean, they're pretty big.
It's a good monster.
Sheesh.
But I just was really curious because you and I really haven't ever talked about it. And I thought I'll ask him. If it sucks, then I'll just tell him to be quiet.
No, dude, I loved it. And just, I mean, and if for anybody who has a chance to actually go there and actually get a beard trim or get a haircut or whatever, I haven't met some of the newer barbers that have gone on since I got there, but Amanda, who did the beard shave off on me, she and I hit it off right away. Like, super personable, super friendly, and she's, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Tyson, she's basically the general manager of the store.
She is the manager, absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, I love it. She's totally got that like barber feel to her. It's just, I love the whole shop. I'm excited to be there on Friday. I'm leaving work a little early to get there. So
no, I'm pumped. I'm excited for everyone to come and meet everyone because holy crap, we got some amazing barbers, and we have Salt City Barbecue there. If you love ribs or nachos, like they have some pulled pork or carne asada. Like holy crap, they're the best in the state.
Wow.
Wow.
If only I could make it there. That's a long drive for me.
A little bit.
Just leave now.
See, that's the plus of not having a beard, dude. Barbecue,
Yeah, right.
burgers. Like, I had clam chowder yesterday, and I'm like, dude, we're good.
Don't get used to it.
I'm not. I still miss it. But
all right, so you did when you were at the barbershop, you did choose to shave your beard, and what are you learning this time around that you did not know the first time around growing a beard? Because
your mic.
What was that?
Tyson, you talk again. You're muted now.
I was muted.
It's something happened because there was a big squelching noise.
Yeah, like you got a fax coming in.
Did you not pay the dial up?
Yeah. Do people still do fax?
Yes, unfortunately. Yeah, like he said down there. Is that an Amber Alert on this show?
Yeah.
I didn't know. Yeah, and my cord right here, my cord that's plugged into my mic fell out. Weird.
Oh, funny.
Well,
so I only caught like the first half of your question, but
yeah, I lost my train of thought.
More or less, I'll give you. He said, "Is there something that you've kind of learned this time around compared to when you started growing your other beard?"
Yeah, so for the last 9-10 years, I've had a beard. For a while, when I used to be an insurance agent, this was kind of like my go-to. It was about this long. But then when I started really growing it out, probably 4 or 5 years ago, I would get probably 2 or 3 months in before I started using beard products because I thought, oh, that's for long beards. It's not for short beards. So, but like literally as soon as we got done cutting it off, Amanda went over there and she's like, and just scrubbed all this nice oil into my face. And I started using it literally from day one, twice a day. And it's amazing how much of like the early stage itch I like haven't had. I still get some, but just keeping my skin hydrated from the get-go. Plus just taking, biotin, omega vitamins, the collagen vitamins. I'm just feeling like it's growing thicker and stronger and faster than I'm used to, I guess, in the beginning.
See you, buddy.
Yeah, that's a good thing that you know what I mean. Is a lot of people I think kind of say, hey, the beard oil is for the beard, because it says beard in it. So I think a lot of people just, early on just say, hey, I don't need this quite yet, but then they complain, especially, when No Shave November and stuff coming on. I think it's a good time to kind of, correlate what you've been learning being a new beard when there's going to be a lot of new beards and mustaches and stuff in the next month. So yeah, get that. And Tyson can, say this better than I can, but the beard oil is good for more than just your face hair. I mean, I rub this stuff on my arms, my elbows, my head.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that once I'm done, I just kind of give it a once over on, to not waste the excess.
Yep.
Yeah, my mom actually, she uses on her elbows, and she's 60 something, and she's like, my ash. She's like, I'm never dry on my elbows anymore, and her cuticles, like here in Utah, it's super super dry. Like what the air is so dry it pulls moisture out of your skin, like it really. And so my mom's cuticles would always bleed around her fingers, and she just puts that oil on her cuticles. She doesn't bleed anymore.
Do you think it would work on athlete's foot?
Try it.
Not that I have it.
Yeah, you're just asking for a friend.
I mean, I don't wear cowboy boots all day every day for like 20 hours a day.
Hey, speaking of Amanda.
Hey,
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for cutting my beard off and ruining my life.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
No, Amanda is a sweet, and on top of that, so what was it? 2 weekends ago, you were at the Salt Lake City like barber convention.
Yep.
And you were there with Amanda, and I stopped by and I brought my little boy Elliot. He's only 4, and Tyson and I walked off, went to go look at a couple other booths and stuff. And Amanda sat there and babysat my kid. And when I came back, they were like little besties, and he kept talking about it the whole way home. So like, I mean, just the people at Copper John's, not just the product. I feel like Tyson, like the way you handpick people is awesome.
I was very blessed to find Amanda. It was, Austin. So it was Austin's friend, and I'm like, yeah, I trust you, Austin. And holy cow, it was just like, a godsend. Like, she's been amazing to us, and she works stupid hard, and and she's finding quality people, and so
that's awesome.
Yeah, you have to create an atmosphere that's good for you. Clean your feet.
Clean your feet.
I mean, that's a pretty good suggestion. It doesn't take a barber to tell you all about your feet.
No, I do. Okay, this is going to get out of hand.
I feel like you should move on before we get that.
So, whales.
Let's use some whale stuff.
Let me tell you about the science I know.
Hey, did you see that video about the whale that came really close to the boat?
Anyway, week 3. So you just had a video just recently, actually last Saturday, right?
Yeah, week 3.
So Saturday you had your video, and you talked about having a panic attack. So week 2, you said you were super depressed. You actually were missing it really, really bad. In week 3, you had a panic attack because you didn't have a beard. Why?
So I feel like a couple guys have talked about this, but like I originally started growing my beard out because like I've got a TikTok I'm going to post about this, but I had some mental health struggles a few years back. And so I started growing my beard out, I think just subconsciously, because it kind of became like a shield for me. And then it became like, oh, I can grow a pretty good beard, so I'll just kind of keep it. And I liked it. And then it became a big part of like, oh, Logan's, has always got a beard. So the first week when we went out and got some food, a couple guys walked in with like, beard about the same length as I did. Another guy walked in with like straight Matt's beard, and I just went to do and kind of was like, oh, but then the week after that, I just was sitting there, doing some work at the end of the night, on my laptop, and I was just scrolling through some of my old TikToks or whatever, and I just was seeing myself with the beard, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I don't even look like that anymore. So it just was a little like build up in my chest, and like had to like stop and like, put my hands on my head and breathe for a second. And I'm like, why did I just have a panic attack about my beard? But I mean, you think about it, like my wife was a hairstylist for a number of years, and if I shaved her head, she probably would have freaked out.
Don't do that.
No.
Don't do that.
We've been married for almost 10 years. I think I know better.
What was her reaction with you shaving?
So my wife has always loved me with a beard, and she doesn't like when I do like baby face, like coming in like that. And so she just was like, it's the first time in almost 10 years of marriage she's been like, your head looks so small. So, but yeah, so she likes, this is probably her preferred length for me, believe it or not. So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's too bad, wife. I was agreeing with you. I don't want to see the baby face, but
no,
I really like the longer beard. But
she I'd say between this and about a month and a half to 2 months is kind of where she likes it, kind of like create your own jawline beard, but no, it's coming back full force.
Yeah. Before we get too far, I do have to jump off. I do apologize, and I can't thank you guys enough for having me, and we'll do this again definitely soon. Like I said, double booked. I apparently need a secretary or an assistant or somebody.
Busy man.
Because I appreciate you, Matt. Appreciate everything.
Thanks,
and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, have a good rest of the stream, and thanks everybody in the chat. Appreciate you guys, and stop shaving, Logan.
Yeah.
I don't care how many millions of views you get on TikTok. We'll figure out another way.
Last time, I promise.
You heard it. You heard it live. Somebody clip that.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good night.
See you, buddy.
All right. Yeah. So I'm just looking at previous things. Why shave?
It's getting kind of dark in here. Hold on. Let me flip a light on. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. You keep going yellow.
I do.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Stand by.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so guys, I am asking questions, and I don't know how to make a poll. Dagan, I think you know how to do this.
That better ish, maybe.
Yeah. How do I? What should I do the live stream? And I'm just going to live stream the whole event for 3 hours, whether it be on Instagram, TikTok, or on YouTube. Just the whole live event at the barbershop for our grand opening. So, what do you guys think? What would you prefer me to do? I think maybe YouTube. I don't know.
I think let's just do a couple of them. We'll pull up.
I can bring the laptop and do YouTube. I can do TikTok, or is maybe
I'll do TikTok on my phone. You can do Instagram on yours, and we'll put YouTube on the laptop.
I just want everyone to be able to see kind of like, and then we'll come in and talk to when we get an opportunity, all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
All right. So
Amanda, Matt, you need an Amanda.
She does. Amanda is every night. She's like, "Hey, here's your to-do list." I'm like,
"Yeah,
thank you. I would have forgot that."
I think we could all use an Amanda.
Yeah, she's like, "Tyson, I'll send you a to-do list at 6:00 on it." I'm like, "No, send it at 7 because I won't." And she's like, "Well, just don't open until 7." I'm like, "Okay." But
that's what my wife will do. That she'll be like, "Text yourself right now that I need you to do this tomorrow." I'm like, all right, that's probably a good idea.
There's an app you can broadcast all three at the same time. I know StreamYard you do Facebook and YouTube.
Maybe we need to Google it.
Yeah, that'd be really cool if you could do something like that. All right, well let's talk about your content creation. So we talked about how your sister got you into content creation. So
my little sister. Well, I kind of did it to myself. Like she wasn't asking for it. I just I made a bet with her that she was like, okay, and then I took it very seriously. So
and you destroyed her.
And I crushed her.
How many followers does she have?
I don't know. I told her maybe she's on here tonight. Probably not. Hold on, let's see.
She's like 12.
No, she's 30, almost 30, 29.
No, not your not your sister. How old she is? How many followers?
109.
Yeah, you destroyed.
She did the whole everybody got on during COVID, yada yada yada.
Thanks, Michael.
And her and her husband and their cute little kids did one of the COVID dances that everybody was doing. So I got on TikTok after I got over the whole it's a conspiracy with China. They're watching you, Then I finally got on and started messing around with it and posted a couple of really cringy TikToks. And then my sister kind of critiqued me a little bit, just being in a funny way. Then I was like, I bet you, because she had a video with 37,000 views. And I was like, I bet you I can get to 50,000 before you. And then within a couple weeks, I did. And then it took off. Now I just hit 85,000 followers today, which is still not a lot in the TikTok world because there's people with millions. So
no, it's what's funny is I know it's a good TikTok, like a good reel if I made it myself. If my daughter who's 16 hates it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Because those are usually ones that do really well.
Well, the funny thing is my wife on TikTok, she only likes TikToks that she wants to go back and look at later. She doesn't or she'll save them, but she only likes them. So she'll go back and watch them later or whatever. So it's my wife doesn't like a lot of my TikToks on purpose because it's her stuff is all very, almost like Pinteresty type stuff where it's all this mom stuff and just really cutesy stuff. But all of a sudden it's her big ugly bearded husband. So.
Hey, David. So David and I met at Texas Roadhouse in Dallas. I had an hour, 2 hour, 3 hour layover. And a bunch of us, me, Dagan, Dave, and a couple other guys, we all met there. And holy cow, it was fun. I need to make it down there just so we can have a meetup again. But, okay, so Austin and I, well, first of all, that one where I was throwing like a wuss, I thought it was hilarious. And everyone's I got messages why did you eat sushi with a fork? I'm like, because it's funny. And they're like, no, it's not. I'm like, to me, it is.
That's funny. Which is funny because I brought home sushi last night, but I forgot chopsticks. And my wife started eating it with a fork. And I'm like, wait a minute. So you're eating sushi with a fork? She's like, you didn't bring me chopsticks, dude.
No, but so I have a friend, Austin, and he's like, no matter what, he always goes and says, so you're better than the best. That's what he says when he leaves. Just remember, you're better than the best. And I always break out and like, you're simply the best. You're better than all. And so I'm like, we need to go to a bunch of sandwich shops like Jimmy John's, Subway, all these places, and just walk up to some random person. And he's like, you know what? You're better than the best. And then all of a sudden I break out in a song and just see their reactions.
Just
has
like
nothing to do with Copper Johns, but I think it would be hilarious.
Well, I was talking to you about like just like radio commercials and stuff we used to do with like pest control companies, like I guess for everybody that's watching, like I right out of I was like 21. I used to do the whole knocking on the door, selling pest control stuff.
Oh yeah,
and the guy who was our marketing manager, he came up with the dumbest radio commercials, but they worked. So the company I worked for was Bell Pest Control out in California. And he, like, the radio commercial literally was so dumb. I can't get it out of my head even like 11, 12 years later. It's like, have you ever seen a, it's so tough. He's like, you ever seen a jellyfish juggling grape jelly beans? Nope. Well, Bell Pest Control can get rid of your ants. It's like, what does that have to do with anything? And people would call just because they thought it was stupid and funny. So,
yeah, Brian, it just kind of gets me out of my element. I enjoy it just because I'm so serious all the day. It just is just a nice break for me.
Well, the funny thing is so I manage a trucking company here in Utah. Like I manage
I know
truck drivers,
and
I'm not just talking like, the big ones, like that you see carrying stuff to Walmart, like construction trucks, like dirt, gravel, rocks. I'm dealing with like blue collar guys. And then, so I dispatch the trucks. I land, I work with contractors on getting trucks to jobs. And the amount of times I've been on the phone with a contractor scheduling trucks for the next day. And he goes, oh, and by the way, I found your TikTok. I'm like, well, we can never talk again because this is now embarrassing.
You saw me shake my butt.
Yeah. Like the amount of times it's like, oh, I came across your TikTok. I'm like, well, a level of professionalism just went out the window.
Yeah. Because some of yours, I'm like, I don't think like us dancing on my deck.
It brought you
no way in life would I ever do that in public.
Well, okay. So funny stories. That one, I think you remember. We were gonna do that one of the days that we met up for lunch.
Yeah, we went.
We'll just do it in the parking lot. We were like way overconfident in the idea of doing it. Like, oh, we'll just put the phone on your truck and we'll just do it in the parking lot. We both like had little mini like anxiety attacks, and we're like, no, we'll just do it later. We're just like,
yeah, we'll just do it later.
So we just went and did it in your backyard.
But yeah, then we go and do skip in front of everyone, and
that one did pretty good on mine. So
yeah, nothing ever goes well on mine unless it's you shaving your beard or dad jokes. So Logan, is there anything you would do differently during your regrowth that you weren't doing previously? We kind of talked about that before, but you can go ahead and ask that again.
Yeah. So we talked about it a few minutes ago before Matt with Beardlaws hopped off. Basically, whenever I'd go down this short and I'd regrow it, I never would use beard oil or even beard butter or anything until I got to like 2 or 3 months, because I was assuming, oh, beard products are for longer beards. That's not the case. So this time, which I've talked about it on the YouTube videos, is I was literally using beard oil from like 2 minutes after it was completely shaved off, because when you get into the science of it, beard oil has so many good properties for the skin underneath.
Not a big deal, buddy.
So no, yeah, by all means, I'm glad you asked the question, because there's people who may not have heard it either. But what's funny is, because I was using beard oil so religiously, even when I had the long beard, there was a few comments on a few of my viral shave off videos saying like, oh, I'm surprised you don't have like dry, flaky skin under your beard, because a lot of guys do when they shave them off. So literally day one, I started just using beard oil almost twice a day at least. And then even with the short beard, I'm using beard wash and beard conditioner. I'm biotin gummies, collagen gummies.
You just asked Russ's question.
Oh yeah. So the CJ pills, the Copper Johns pills, are basically they're gummies. So they're like little gummy bears. I take all three: the biotin gummies, the collagen gummies, and the omega gummies.
Okay, I have a question for you, because what Dave Diablo Bearded asked brought something. So I have a TikTok in mind that I want to do, and it's a serious question, and I don't want to make anyone feel dumb or bad or anything like that, but I want to know the real answers. Like, okay, so beard care grooming is fairly new. I mean, it's 10 years old,
Sure.
rough around. So with that being said, it's still not a normal thing. So there's still a lot of people who don't do beard oils, don't do butters. They use regular shampoo, which hurting their face, all that kind of stuff. And because it does that, then they itch and all that kind of stuff when they shave. Why are they not taking beard oils when now it's pretty much mainstream, where it's just like, hey, there's a lot of companies out here. You can find it in every store. Why aren't they taking it? And then secondly, if they aren't taking, or if they are, why aren't they taking it? Is it not manly enough? Is it because they don't like the scents? Is it just part of their grown up where they don't think it's masculine? Like, truly, why aren't guys like you and me using beard oils and stuff like that? Because it makes your beard stronger. I mean, there's so much benefit to it.
So, like I said, kind of being in the hey Casey. So being in the blue collar world, right? So you get a lot of guys that try to be like the alpha male, but we're really kind of more on the beta side. But what I think it is there's a lot of guys that view it as girl. And I mean, I get comments all the time saying that, like, I mean, earlier on, guys like, oh, beard products, you're going to start painting your fingernails now. They kind of view it as like this feminine act. But one thing I want to start doing, and Tyson, you and I talked about that, was just talking about some of like historical stuff about beards. But like, it may be more mainstream now, but like some of the ancient civilizations that really had like a big prominent, view of beards, they used oils. They used different, like more, I guess maybe, or more archaic versions of them. But I think a lot of guys don't use them because they either don't view it as having any value. Like they think that it doesn't work. So they think it's kind of like a snake oil, no pun intended. But then a lot of them also, I think some guys, like he's just saying, male egos. Sometimes it takes guys a little bit longer to like my older brother, there we go. Light came on. My older brother, I tell him all the time, he doesn't grow a longer beard, but he kind of keeps it where I have it. And I'm like, dude, you got to be using beard oil. He's like, oh, but does it really work? Dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, have you ever seen any of my TikToks? Yeah. So I think it's just a mixture of a few different things. Some guys don't want to waste money on it. And some guys, they think it's really feminine, but it's not.
It's not at all. And I've never had that. I'm very confident in my masculinity. I've always have been. And so I've never worried about what people think of me when it comes to that type of stuff. And when I found out about this stuff, holy cow, I was all about it because, I want my beard to look good. I want it. So it's strange to me to think that people don't want it because it's too masculine, or it's not masculine enough. And I'm like, it is masculine. It's making yourself look good.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I'm going to talk about on the Saturday morning video is kind of right. We're going to talk about
nice segue.
I know it was like an accidental. We're going to talk about the origin of Copper Johns a little bit and kind of why you came up with it.
Oh, nice. What's funny is I'm going to be on the radio, and they gave me all these pointers that they want to talk about, and and that was one of the things is they want to know where Copper Johns came from.
Man, it's like it all correlated on accident.
I know,
literally.
So it's really cool. So what does Brian say? Brian says money is a big thing too. They just use shampoo. They don't see oh, no joke. And how bad it really is for you. When someone says, what shampoo should I use? I pointed up to, because we sell all our products on, and there's going to be some stuff that's pre-released at the barbershop on Friday that's not released anywhere else.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm like, but that's $24. And I'm like, yeah, because it's good. Like,
well, the thing is, it's funny is like, oh, it's $24, but it's like, I mean, that's
going to last you, like a wash is going to last you 6 months.
Exactly. But it's like, think about the men's industry of like, you got shampoo, conditioner, body wash, and toothbrush all in one bottle, like toothpaste all in one bottle.
It's so true. Everyone's used to the Axe body wash.
Yeah. But it's like, even now, like, I mean, I use the Copper John soap, like for my body in the shower. And I use a little bit of the beard wash and conditioner and run it through my hair too, because
100%. It's great.
Like the regular commercialized, shampoos and stuff. It's super waxy to me.
Ooh, Michael. I think Michael hit it. I think that's a big point, Michael. I think a lot of us is just routine of self-neglect, not so much about masculinity or femininity, just a practice of not doing much for yourself. I 100% agree.
Well, I mean, that could be true. And I mean, I could take, like, that's the funny thing is I take super good care of my beard. But sometimes I go to Wendy's twice in one day.
By the way, I really want to try their chicken breakfast sandwich.
It's pretty good.
Is it? It looks
pretty
good.
good.
That's why I saw a commercial. Like, well, I want to try it.
Yeah. But no, I think that's totally true. Is that you got so many people who are just, they neglect so many things. Like you got Robert on TikTok, and he focuses so much on like, get up, go do it. Like, you know, like in a very positive way. You know, he does his wake up list, and like he motivates me, but I'm like, but I'm not going to do it today. But like, I really need, there's so many other aspects of my life that I need to focus on. So I think you hit that nail on the head.
100%. Sorry.
Yeah,
absolutely. I would love that. The pretzel. Do you have a Warren's by you?
What?
Yeah, Warren's. Up by you.
No, I don't think so.
If you're here in the morning on Friday, I'm taking you for a breakfast burrito at Warren's.
I could do it.
It's stupid.
And I could have a breakfast burrito in the middle of the day.
No, they only sell them up until like 11.
Do you know what? Okay, now that we're on the topic of food and breakfast.
I know. I'm just like, yeah, I haven't had dinner yet.
Pretzel burger. Oh, yes, Brian. Absolutely. Pretzel burger. But so Maverick gas stations, big Utah gas stations. They're in other places like, you know, Idaho. Have you had their biscuits and gravy?
No.
Dude.
At a gas station,
dude, it's not a gas. Maverick is not a gas station. You can buy gas there, but
I have bought their sausage wrap, which was it's like a huge sausage, like a hot dog, but it's real sausage.
They got the bonfire grill inside there. It's like a little mini restaurant, dude.
That's true. That's true. No, I've never thought about doing biscuits and gravy with there.
Dude, go get their biscuits and gravy. There's a reason why they sell out with their. I mean,
I'm not a huge biscuits and gravy guy though. Never have been.
It's gravy and sausage and bread. You're like, I'm not a huge happiness fan either. But...
I'd like to cry in the corner most nights.
Yeah. No, but that or if you're ever down here, so for anybody who doesn't know, Tyson and I only live about an hour apart. We didn't know that originally when we connected on TikTok. He lives in the weird side of Utah, and I live down on the normal side. So you didn't no, but actually I guess technically I live on the weird side. I'm in Utah County.
You are. I was like, you live in the weird part.
But no, there's this breakfast diner that
sells... Logan lives by BYU. That's why he's saying it's
whoa. I live
by BYU.
I'm like half an hour away from BYU, but I guess closer than you do. Oh, your mic is going crazy.
Again?
Yeah.
I didn't touch it this time. I need a new cord.
Yeah. But anyways, there's this diner down here called True Religion. No pun intended. And same thing. Like, dude, their bacon is like that thick. And I'm hungry, apparently. So...
yeah. El queso está... No, it's not malo. It's viejo. El queso está viejo. ¿Dónde está el baño?
I caught a couple words in there, but...
No, do you remember Encino Man?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where, you know, he's a caveman and comes back and he's learning Spanish and basically goes, the cheese is old and moldy. Where's the bathroom? That's all he knows how to speak Spanish to all the gangsters.
The only thing I remember from Spanish, because we're in California, you're required to take 2 years of language in public school, right? Like a lot of places.
Yeah.
And so I just took Spanish like every other kid. But I didn't pay attention. and my teacher she'd call on you every now and then. You'd have to stand up and like make a statement or say something in Spanish. And you had to pick a Spanish name, and mine was Paco. And she'd be like, oh, you know, ask me. She's like, Paco, stand up, you know, tell, you know, if you're so talkative, say something to the class. And I just stood up and I'm probably going to butcher it, but I basically just said, oh, mi tortuga está en fuego, which is my turtle is on fire. That was it. And she's like, just
right.
I'm like, okay.
No, you know what? I'm a bad dad. I just realized because Encino Man, just because my kids have not yet seen Three Amigos. Son, and he's like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "Have I not let you see Three Amigos yet?"
It's a good one.
Dude, Three Amigos was crazy. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's when they fall out of there. So anyway, let's get back to the topic on hand.
See, I'm part of that weird generation of like we got all the good classics, but we're also still mixed into like the generation that doesn't know anything. Because I'm only 30, almost 33. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like the best part. Look up here! Look up here! Look up here!
Look up here! Yeah. Hey, you guys!
Infamous means when you're more than famous.
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a stupid show.
I love it.
What is a would you say I have a plethora of piñatas?
What is it, plethora?
See, El Guapo. What does plethora mean? I don't know, El Guapo.
That's funny.
Be careful showing movies to children.
Very true.
Yes, I was watching Beetlejuice with the kids for Halloween.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Dude, so
how did my parents let me watch some of this stuff like Teen Wolf?
Yeah, well, we watched. So I've only got a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old. So my kids are still little. So I've got a 6-year-old daughter and a 4-year-old son. And when Hocus Pocus 2 came out, I'm like, oh, dude, I'm a 90s kid. So I was like, oh, we're watching that. And it's very Disney channeled. Like they definitely, like lovey-doveyed it up.
Oh,
but then my daughter's like, oh, I want to watch the other one. I'm like, oh yeah. And like while I'm watching this with her, I'm like, forgot how dark and there's a lot of innuendos and
there's a ton.
Yeah, which I mean I think it's funny, but it's like I'm like covering my daughter's ears. But
no, I was watching with my oldest son, Doc Hollywood, last night, and all of a sudden she's like, it's PG, and all of a sudden she's just naked. I'm like, oh, go upstairs. What? And I'm sitting here trying to pause it, and I'm like, not pause it. No, that's not what I meant.
It just cuts to you in front of the TV. You're just
a naked lady. I'm like, stop it.
I just imagine you like standing in front of the TV, waving your arms, like.
Yeah, but hey, what's up, Ken? How you doing, buddy? No, it's just there's the movies. Oh, and then you have what's the one with is it Patrick Dempsey? And he's a high school kid and he's trying to get the popular girl and he's like mowing his lawn and trying all this stuff and he's trying to get that rich girl. I watched that with Candace the other night and it's would not be socially acceptable now, and it was so funny.
Oh yeah, I mean that's half of all the movies nowadays. But
yeah, right. It's bedtime. Go to bed.
Bedtime. Get out of here.
But hey, what have you learned in this past year of you doing TikToking content creation? Like, what have you learned? What do you want to learn, and where do you think you'll be a year from now?
So. Like it was I never kind of expected it to be something that I was posting every single day, like I am
right?
Because I'm trying to kind of keep up with it. So what I've learned is that there is a theatrical side to even the people who appear to be the most real, so to speak. So that's one thing I try to do is that even though I'll be funny, I'll try to be funny or I'll lip sync or whatever, like. I don't ever try to come off like I'm making up something to get views or to get likes or whatever. Like I even got, kind of accused of I only shaved my beard off just because I wanted to grow on TikTok. But obviously you and I know that's not true because I called you like 2 months before that.
Yeah.
Why? But, and then I don't know. I was actually talking to my sister about this earlier today, a little bit of kind of like, I don't know how long it's going to go for because I might become one of like the people that there's a bunch of guys that I've followed that like did it super heavy and then all of a sudden they're just non-existent. So I don't know. Like I love the serotonin boost that it gives me. Like my self-confidence in the last 9 months, way too high. Like, cause when you get a decent amount of followers, you can actually look up the analytics like you can on all these other social media platforms and it'll flat out TikTok will tell you like like the region and even like age groups and genders that follow you majority. So basically I have a bunch of bearded dudes and a bunch of single moms between 35 and 60. That there's basically beard bunnies, right? but some of the things is I get, like I said, the serotonin boosts of just like some of these super genuine, nice comments from people who don't even know you. And then it's kind of hard not to keep going when you get comments that say like, oh my gosh, you're the best part of my day. Like, oh my gosh, I love your stuff. You make me smile. It's like, if I need a laugh, I come and find one of your videos. And so it's like, it's hard to not keep trying to make or come up with something, but it is very time consuming.
It is.
Because because TikTok is literally just everybody regurgitating their own version of a trend or trying to come up with something funny, and it's short form. So it's like fast, right? And you got some people that are trying to post 4 or 5 times a day. I do 1 a day. That's the limit I've kind of set for myself. Every now and then I might get 2, but I've got young kids. I've got a wife. I've got a super involved job. So I try to keep it as balanced as I can because I'm not trying to become like a full-time content creator. I'm just like, I'd rather put more time into helping Copper Johns than I would be to just grow my own personal.
And you have, and it's, you know how much I appreciate that. But
yeah,
you guys, if for those who have joined since we've talked about this, he does put out a weekly episode on his beard journey every Saturday morning. And I truly appreciate that. Plus, you post a ton on the TikToks with the Reels, with YouTubes, all that kind of stuff, the shorts. And I truly appreciate that. And I love the education that you're doing as well. But we do have some questions. So Brian wants to know, do you have haters and how do you deal with it?
Yeah, it's weird. It's kind of like I try really hard not to post anything that would like breed hate, right? Or like breed, I guess, content. But you get some people that just flat out, that's all they are. They just love to pick on people. They just love to do whatever. So I very rarely do like the response TikToks where like, it'll have the little like comment in the corner and like some people will snap back at them. I just block them. Like, I just don't have time for that. And I don't really care to argue with you. And, I have a couple. What's funny is in the beginning when my stuff really started taking off, I had a couple of these kind of like cut rate, 2-bit comedians that were not that great. Their stuff really wasn't that funny, but they would talk about how I don't have any original content, but it's stupid that the algorithm was pushing me out, and they were super bitter. And I'm like, I don't even know you. Like,
yeah,
why are you following me if you hate me so much? That's the thing that blows my mind is just, yeah, I have a few, but they only last for a comment or 2. And I'm just like, okay, bye.
Michael, just so you know, he has a lot of people in Nigeria that follow.
Me too. It's so weird. I have so many Nigerian followers. It's so funny.
Is that true? Are you guys being serious?
No, I'm being 100%. Dude, I will. Let me see if I can pull it up. Like,
I thought he was being sarcastic. It was something like, all the spams that we always get.
No,
like post this on our channel.
Hold on. Let me grab it really quick. I literally will tell you the analytics that one of mine shows that it went viral in Nigeria.
Yeah, Dagan goes, content creation does take some time for sure. Absolutely. And Dagan would know he makes quite a bit of shorts on TikTok and on everything. He did make fun of me though, and it hurt my feelings about when I yanked all the hair out of my nose. Well, Amanda did. And
I need to do that.
He made fun of my reaction because it hurt really bad.
I need to get my nose. I need to get my nose and my ears did while I'm up there on Friday.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's content creation. Sometimes it's like, you'll have an idea and you'll crank it out in one take and it will just blow up. And then there's ones that you're like to this day, if you guys haven't seen it yet, go on my TikTok. Do me a favor. There is one.
Are you talking about the one you're swinging?
Yes.
That's so stupid.
The amount of time and effort and editing that went into that one. And it was like it just, there's one with me. It's like, I'll spoil it, but Amanda, why are you going so fast? That one just took off. But
that took, that was just 2 million views on YouTube right now.
And it's got like 7 million on your TikTok and 25 million on mine. So it's like collectively well over 30, almost 40 million views. And I've got a ton of people using that sound on TikTok. But like, I'll spoil that TikTok is everyone knows the Miley Cyrus "I Came In Like a Wrecking Ball" song. So I did that, but on a big old chain from a giant forklift in my truck yard. It's just some big fat trucker swinging on a chain. I'm like, this is going to be hilarious.
And that's why it's so funny when
Nothing.
people catch you, and because they're all blue collar, hardworking guys who don't get what you're doing.
Which is funny because our truck yard, there's other companies that park out there because it's just a big open lot, and everyone just leases an acre. And I've had multiple guys just like drive by and like, what's this guy doing? How many followers? Oh, I just hit about 85,000 followers on TikTok today. So kind of crazy. There's 85,000 people who want to see me.
Yeah, she's Amanda. Are you way late are you listening? Are you live? Make sure you hit live because I think you missed it.
Dude, she's running the barbershop. Lay off.
I can check and see if she's cutting. She should be working. No, I'm just joking. She's always working.
Can we do a podcast?
You guys should do a podcast, please.
That's my mother-in-law. Be nice.
I met your mother-in-law.
No, I said the other people. Yeah, obviously you have.
No one is going to be mean in this group.
I know.
All these guys are very just amazing.
No,
people.
we've talked about doing a podcast before, like the Awkward Dad podcast or something. We need to start.
We have. Talk about our kids growing up and how we have to do certain situations. Just so you know, Michael, who has lots of Nigerian followers like you, he lives in Wyoming. And if we're doing another copper retreat. We're still debating on where to do it. But I do think I want to go back to Jackson Hole, which means Michael most likely will be there. And Michael doesn't believe in shorts. He believes in Wranglers and even all, typical Wyoming guy.
Yeah. And, we get along. I wear jeans and Ariat boots all day, every day.
So yeah, he's a little off. I'm just joking. I love Michael. He's one of the nicest guys, and his beard's pretty epic.
That's funny.
All right, so David wants to know what do you recommend to get started with TikTok?
Just be like, if you're wanting to get in, like, just I don't know, like do what you do best, because TikTok wants you. I could probably be bigger quicker if I stuck to like the niche that TikTok wanted me to stick to, which it's kind of hard to find what that niche is, because I've had a couple. I've had like, I took off with lip syncs, and then I took off with beard stuff, and then I took off with trucker stuff, and then that was all kind of died off. And then so I would just say be you, because the people who want to watch you will. But at the same time, don't be disappointed that, if the algorithm doesn't push you, because it's not pushing me right now. It's so weird. It's like a toxic relationship. It's like 1 minute it loves you, the other minute it's just like shoving you in the corner and telling you to be quiet. So
what's funny is, I'll do a YouTube short, and it loves content with beards, like a guy doing his beard, washing his beard, all that kind of stuff. If I do that on TikTok, it does crap. If I do a dad joke on TikTok, it goes exponentially 300, 400, 500, 600,000 followers.
Which blows my mind, because you're a beard care company.
I know. And I do that on YouTube, and it fails.
It feels like it's like your niche is pretty apparent.
Yeah. But for some reason, I don't know, YouTube seems to like my stuff and TikTok doesn't.
Yeah. But I would just say, don't let anything get to you. So if you want to do it, just do it what you think is funny, and don't waste too much time on it, because there's been times where
it could be educational. We like to try to do educational as well as just
educational. Does really well.
You don't have to be funny. You don't have to. One of my favorite YouTube or TikToks, and he's also on YouTube, is a guy who finds rugs out of garbage cans.
Yeah, and he washes them. I follow him.
He washes them. That's all he does. And I'm like, holy crap! I can't stop watching. Same with the guy who does mows lawns. He'll go volunteer and clean up a guy's yard, and he speeds up the process. And you're just like, dude, we probably follow all the same people. Yeah.
But no, educational stuff does really good. One thing I would suggest is look up if you want to get into it and you want to actually try, look up some social media coaches. There's some great TikTok accounts of like TikTok coaches that will tell you like, hey, this is trending. Hey, this is the new algorithm.
There's a ton like that.
Yeah. So one of them is like Jara Bean, or there's a girl named Sydney. If you go look at my following list on TikTok, I think there's 3 girls that I follow that do content creation coaching. It's Jared Bean, Sydney, and this girl named Kokomoko. They will like keep you up to date on trends and like, hey, TikTok is glitching right now, so don't freak out if your stuff's not posting. Or so it's definitely really involved.
Yeah, restoration is big. Plus, finding value and powerful is powerful for people. Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, the beard industry is fairly new. I mean, just 10 years old. So there's a lot of people who don't understand everything, and so they just it's still getting bigger. Yep, Russ. There's always Ken too, who knows quite a bit.
Coach, actually, I haven't heard of that one. Is he on TikTok?
Yeah, but he got rid of that tagline, and he's called the official Ken now, and he knows quite a bit.
Cool.
So yeah. I had a lot of questions, but it's past 7. We were only planning on being here for an hour.
One thing I will say about the beard industry, and I kind of made a TikTok about it, joking, is that I maybe take it too personally, but it bothers me how commercialized some of the products have gotten with some other companies. And I'm not going to name anybody, but it's just, I just have a hard time when people push. And I made that was in my video last week.
It was, and I was scared. I told you, I'm like, I don't know if we should do this or not.
I'm like, disclaimer.
Yeah, you did.
But that's so insane. That's why I love Copper John so much. And this, I don't know if this isn't just like a paid tagline or whatever, but it's just literally there to help guys grow their beard on their beard journey, and a company spawned from it. And I'm not kidding you guys. Like, obviously you guys are all loyal Copper Johns guys, but I tell this to people all the time. Like, don't sleep on Copper Johns, because like you give it just a little bit longer and you're just gonna be huge, Tyson. There's no doubt about it. So like there's guys at church on Sunday that were like, oh, I didn't realize that was you. I follow you on TikTok. And then I got text messages that they're all getting Copper John stuff now and how much they love it.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Why aren't they using your code?
I don't know. I'm not worried about it.
Logan 15, right?
Sure. I'm not too worried about it.
There you go. JSS 530. By the way, I've done a couple of duets with him with his hats, because he's bought a lot of Copper John's hats, and his beard. I really like. One day I want to meet this guy. I think Jeff, he seems like a really genuine good person.
Dude,
we have a huge Discord that Matt put together and all this kind of stuff, and I suck because I try to jump on there and then I forget and all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, I really need to talk to everyone, but I'm just like.
It's like my phone blows up so much for work that for a very short stint, I was a part of the Bearded Villains in Utah, and great group of guys, but they have their own chat. They're in their own chat thing through this other app. I couldn't keep up. Like I can't do Discord. I can't do all these other chats.
Stupid when you have over 100 people and it's like, and you're like, I'm just going to skip to the end and see what's happening.
I just get anxiety and I close my phone.
Yeah, I turn off notifications because I'm like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I have tons of would you rather questions, so we'll ask would you rathers, but we can keep talking. We can keep talking. I've really enjoyed our conversation, but
hit me with some would you rather.
We didn't really talk about anything that I had planned. So, all right, would you rather team up with Wonder Woman or Captain Marvel?
Oh, see, I'm a big Marvel fan.
Don't think of I'm just thinking of the women. Which one would you like? Gal Gadot or Brie Larson?
No, see, I'm a big Marvel fan, so while Wonder Woman is great, like Captain Marvel, I mean, she literally kicks everybody. So
I've been a huge Gal Gadot fan since Fast and Furious.
Oh yeah.
So
are you really a fan? Because you can't even say her name right. Gal Gadot.
No, not a huge fan. Obviously not.
Yeah. You're probably the guy that says
Wonder Woman, though. The first Wonder Woman was legit.
Oh yeah, it was great.
First one. The second one I wasn't a huge fan of.
But I'd have to say Captain Marvel just because like she'll destroy anybody.
Dude,
come on.
When she came in at the end of Avengers, at the end of Endgame, I was like,
yeah, she's just like rolling her eyes, like, come on, guys.
Yeah, like, okay, I'll take care of it.
Yeah, we're just over here saving the entire universe.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go bald. I'm just gonna go into a ball of flame and just take everything. Okay. Would you?
I mean,
I'm single now. Wonder Woman. I'm single.
Probably a personal chef, because I would probably eat better and lose weight. Because I'm guilty of like socks on the floor, t-shirts on the floor, Catwoman.
I wasn't, but that's a really good one. But Halle Berry was Catwoman, wasn't she?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, a while ago. Yeah, it was like Michelle Pfeiffer, Catwoman, and then you got freaking Anne Hathaway, and now another one. So,
but Halle Berry was one too. Who? I don't know.
Yeah, but no, yeah, I'd probably rather do the personal chef, because I would probably eat better.
This is true. You wouldn't go to Wendy's twice a day?
I mean, I'd eat cardboard if you put ketchup on it, but a personal chef, like believe it or not, I love vegetables. Like I'll eat them, but it's just like, I'm going to choose the frozen burrito over the vegetables because it's quicker and it tastes better. So,
see, I'm with him. I clean all day, and then I can just make my own stuff.
Yeah.
Because then I don't have to clean it afterwards either. Anne Hathaway, right?
That's funny.
All right, next one. Would you rather be chronically underdressed or overdressed?
Oh, I thought that said undressed for a second. I'm like, what?
Would you rather be naked or have?
I mean, I am chronically underdressed as it is. I wear jeans and t-shirts and boots and a hat, like
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Actually, I don't think I've ever seen you not have a black shirt, jeans, hat.
I just cycle basic. It either says, the trucking company I work for, or it's a black shirt, a blue shirt, like very just monotone colors, gray, and jeans and boots and a hat. I do love hats, though. I'd say I'm overdressed in the hat department, but birthday suit, nobody wants to see that.
Yeah. Would you rather be chronically naked or dressed?
Chronically, it's a problem. See a doctor. Is a monocle. I mean, if you fall asleep on your glasses one more time, you might end up with a monocle.
If you're not following Chris, Chris, is your tag on TikTok Chris Perez? I want to say it's not, but you should follow him. His dad jokes galore. Okay, would you rather wear the same socks for a month or the same underwear for a week?
Well, I mean, we already talked about athlete's foot a little earlier. But
that's what I mean. Would you rather have jock itch or athlete's foot?
I feel like if I had to choose, probably the socks, because it's just the smelly feet. But like underwear more than a day, dude. I mean, underwear more than like half a day sometimes is a bad idea. So
yeah, I knew it wasn't. Yeah, Chris the president right there.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to change underwear. I just have to.
Yeah.
Last one. Would you rather Danny DeVito or Danny Trejo play you in a movie?
Did you think of both of them? Danny DeVito. Danny Trejo's just. Everybody loves him.
Yeah.
I need to go try his taco shop. So, but
he has a taco shop
in California, I think.
Really?
Uh-huh. You're talking Machete guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But probably Danny DeVito, because everybody loves Danny DeVito. Like I'm probably more than Danny DeVito.
Jason said socks, because he only wears, if he has a room with other people other than his wife, he's always underwearless. So that's why he chooses socks. He'll just change his socks because he doesn't wear underwear. All right. Well, what do you have? Anything else before we head out?
No, like I said, I would just my big thing is just the quality beard care right off the bat. I didn't ever do that before, and I'm doing it now. And like I said, we're not even at 4 weeks, and you can see it's really paying off for me. So there's obviously a major genetics factor, but you can. I had some guy on TikTok say he's talking about, it's genetics, only genetics, and I just was like, so you don't fertilize your grass. It just grows perfectly on its own. You don't fertilize plants. You don't want things naturally do grow on their own, but you can help them out. So that's what I say. If you're not trying the gummies, if you're not trying, other products other than just oil, like try them out. Like I use everything now, like everything from Copper John's. Like, can you start making socks or underwear?
We do have socks. We don't have. I can
You
do
have
underwear.
socks?
Yeah, we do have socks.
Okay, give me some socks.
Oh yeah, he really wants you to measure your beard 4 weeks, so everyone knows what you did in a month.
I'll pluck one out and lay it against a measuring a ruler.
You're like, you're out measure from your upper lip all the way to the bottom, so you measure. And you're like,
what? That doesn't count. It doesn't really count right now because it's just be my chin length. It's not the hair.
No, but I am curious if it's a quarter of an inch, if it's a little more than a quarter of an inch, because usually it's about a quarter.
So I grow about a half an inch a month. I grow 0.6 inches per month. That's what if you take 15 months divided by the 9-inch beard that I had before we shaved it off, that's what I averaged. So, excuse me.
Special edition Jason Clayton undies. That's what we need to. Jason, just send me a picture of you and we'll make some undies. Just special edition. We'll sell them for one day, like on Black Friday. That would be hysterical. I want to do it now. It'd be an inside joke for just about 10 of us.
Get different guys like selfies printed on the underwear.
Yeah, no, just get Jason's face on all the underwear and just sell it for Black Friday for like 50 minutes or something like that, only on the app. And that'd be hilarious. I think I'm going to do it. And no one will get it, but except a few of us that were at the retreat when he just basically says, I'm only wearing underwear for you guys. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
If you got boxers with Copper John's logo, I'll buy a pair.
Yeah, me too. Count me in.
All right. Well, is there anything you want to talk about before we take off? Because I have a lot to do. And
I would
know
just
you
say
do too.
tune in Saturday morning. We're gonna have the 4-week update, or I guess 1 month update, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about Copper John's origin story a little bit. So,
and you and I discussed this before you shaved your beard that we want to do this about once a month, where we just talk and maybe go over what you went through the last month, just talk to everyone and have fun.
Yeah.
And I'll do better. I'm going to start doing giveaways and stuff like that. But
and maybe
definitely.
eventually we'll start that podcast. So,
dude, I want to do the podcast where it's not even beard related. It's just us talking. I think that would be fun.
I mean, that's essentially what these always just turn into. So,
and if they only knew what we were talking about in the green room.
I got a name for it: whales and chickens.
Dude, I love Matt.
So I know I'm sad that Matt he had to hop off halfway through because I think it would have been even better. But love that guy.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you all. Logan, how it works, you can get off anytime you want.
Okay.
But I will end the broadcast and you can stay and we can talk for a little bit longer. Totally up to you.
Okay.
And I'm talking with my hands a lot right now. So there's a flyer or something.
Yeah. Well,
anyway,
thanks, everybody.
Does anyone have any more questions for Logan before we take off? And if not, totally okay. Awesome show. You guys are great. I would subscribe to Tyson Logan Experience. Oh,
watch out, Joe Rogan.
We're the next Spotify. You guys are
Joe
Content
Logan.
Labs.
The Joe Logan Experience. We need a guy named Joe.
All right. Well, anyway, appreciate you guys so much. Have a great night. Let me figure out where this banner is, or not the banner, but this
See you guys.
Outro. Here we go. Bye.
See ya.